Porto have become Europe's biggest feeder club, buying players on the cheap and selling them on for massive amounts of money, raking in over €500 million in transfer sales. These are our top 10 Porto exports. At 10 we've got Joao Moutinho. The centre mid won the Premier League in each of his 3 seasons with Porto, as well as the Europa League, and attracted the attention of free-spending Monaco in 2013, who splashed an outrageous €25 million on the industrious centre mid. Things haven't panned out though, with Monaco failing to win anything since his arrival and pretty much selling all of their other star players. At 9 is Paulo Ferreira. Having joined as one of new manager Jose Mourinho's first signings, the versatile fullback was only with Porto for 2 short seasons, but he played every single minute of the 2004 Champions League winning campaign. Following this success, Ferreira followed Jose to Chelsea for a cool €20 million and spent 9 years at Stamford Bridge, picking up 3 league titles, 6 cups, a Europa League and a Champions League. Oh, and a whole lot of splinters in his arse from keeping that bench warm. At 8 is Ricardo Quaresma. The flamboyant winger actually joined Porto from the Nou Camp in 2004 and initially faced criticism for being too selfish. It was a problem that reared its ugly head after Quaresma left to join Inter for €25 million, with Mourinho dropping the Portuguese for not being a team player. Now aged 32 and playing for Besiktas, he never quite lived up to the hype. Coming in at number 7 is Pepe. The Real Madrid stalwart first earned his reputation as a formidable centre-back at Porto as part of the new-look team that followed Mourinho's exit in 2004. Winning La Liga in his first season at Madrid following a huge €30 million move, Pepe has since gone on to cement his place as one of the most violent defenders in the game, despite only having 5, yet we couldn't believe it either, 5 red cards at Los Blancos. At 6 is Hulk. The powerful forward had plied his trade in Brazil and Japan before making his way to the Blue and Whites in 2008. It's fair to say that his 54 goals in just 99 league games played a massive part in firing Porto to 4 league titles in just 5 years, with Hulk claiming a total of 11 major honours during that period. Such rich form attracted the attention of Zenit St. Petersburg, who paid a whopping €40 million to fill Porto's coffers, going on to bang in 46 goals in just 85 league appearances for his new employers. At 5 is Anderson, the midfielder that's supposedly better than Cesc Fabregas and Wayne Rooney, who's currently plying his trade for Internacional back in Brazil. What the hell is he doing on the list, some might say? Well, quite simply, back in 2007, he was one of the hottest properties in Europe, moving to United for €32 million after just 1.5 seasons at Porto, where he won 2 league titles. 10 major honours followed whilst at Old Trafford, including 4 Premier Leagues and a Champions League in 2008. So yeah, he might be a chubby funster now, but for a couple of years, he almost lived up to being the next big thing. At 4 is Ricardo Carvalho. Today, €30 million for a defender is still a huge amount of money, but back in 2004, it was insane. But nevertheless, an oil-rich Chelsea had money to burn, where they prized Carvalho away from Porto. A key member of Mourinho's overachieving Champions League winning side, Carvalho followed the special one first to Stamford Bridge and then to the Bernabeu, taking home 13 major honours during his time with the 2 clubs. Even at the age of 37, he's still at the top of his game, playing for Monaco in Ligue 1. At number 3 is James Rodriguez, the greatest Colombian since Carlos Valderrama first moved to Europe to join Porto in 2010, winning 4 honours in his first season, the Primera Liga in every season, and scoring 25 goals in just 63 league games during that period. With a record like that, the same free-spending Monaco who swooped in for Moutinho couldn't resist and paid a pricey €45 million back in 2013. Seems like a bargain when you know Real Madrid bought him for €80 million just a year later though. following Rodriguez's scintillating form at the 2014 World Cup in Brazil. At 2 is Radamel Falcao. He might not be able to hit a cow's ass with a banjo anymore, but it wasn't that long ago that Falcao was one of the most feared strikers in the whole world. It was a reputation he earned after joining Porto from River Plate, banging in a quite frankly ridiculous 41 goals in 51 league appearances at the Estadio de Dragao. I mean, Atletico Madrid don't splash out 45 million euros on many players, and Falcao was equally impressive in the Spanish capital, scoring 52 times in 68 La Liga games. Shame about the 5 in 35 for Manchester United and Chelsea in the Premier League though. Coming in at number 1 is Deco. In his pomp during the mid-noughties, Deco was one of the best attacking midfielders to grace the pitch. Big Phil Scolari even put him in the same bracket as Lionel Messi and Ronaldo. After 3 league titles, a Europa League and a Champions League at Porto, Deco left for Barcelona in 2004. The same year, he came second in the Ballon d'Or. His 4 seasons in the Nou Camp brought 2 further league titles and a second Champions League winners' medal, before later in his career success with Chelsea and in his native Brazil with Fluminense. Not happy that we put Anderson in ahead of Otamendi or Danilo? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe, and check out our top 10 Barcelona Academy graduates. Catch you next time.